Still waiting to see just how much they are going to be affected because supply lines are affected, shipping is affected. There could be some huge problems. Nissan is saying that 2 employees were injured during the quakes when small fires broke out inside one of their plants. They've shut down their Japanese operations until Sunday, March 13th. Toyota has set up an emergency task force inside the company to assess damage throughout the plants. They've reopened all the Toyota plants, but they've shut down 4 subsidiaries, and they've evacuated those employees to a safer area. The horrific earthquake is sending shockwaves through the Japanese auto industry. A Honda employee was killed. 30 others were injured when walls collapsed at one of its plants. The quake was centered in northeast Japan. Hino Trucks builds cabins and engines for commercial trucks, headquartered in Novi. They tell me no one was injured at their Japanese plants, but they're checking on their suppliers, and all shipping is affected.
Hino headquarters assembling factories are no problem, but everything still unknown. So we are now keep watching.
Takata Corporation tells me that its facilities are hundreds of miles south of the quake-ravaged area. They do not expect to be affected. Autech in Plymouth, which makes transmissions, has facilities in Kyoto, hundreds of miles south of the quake area. Workers here contacted their family members in Japan, and the effects were minor. Yazaki in Canton, which makes wiring harnesses and instrumentation as well as battery connections, is still assessing the impact on its Japanese operations and how it will affect here. Fukaya speaks for many when he says their concerns are for the people in their homeland.
I would like to convey my condolence and some, how can I say, sympathy on all people who are affected from this disaster.
Absolutely, and we extend our condolences as well. Now, many of the companies are still trying to determine the long-term problems because of the damage to all of the plants, as well as the shipping ports and the rail systems throughout the country. Mazda tells me today that they don't believe they'll be affected at all because their plants are hundreds of miles away from the affected quake area. In the newsroom, I'm Mary Conway, Channel 7 Action News.